okay. A little air raising, a lot of overtaking, but if you hadn't done it, it would have taken 6 hours. We'll show you our accommodation a little later, but it's basic to say the least. The power's not working, and the lady was not exactly welcoming when we got here. She just went booking, showed us, literally opened the door of the room and then disappeared off. We haven't seen her since, and there's no electricity. We can't get hold of her to ask that yet, so try that later.
We're trying to look on the bright side.
It
does look clean.
It's clean. Ish. No, it's clean. It is clean. It's clean. Anyway, you'll see it later.
Smells clean.
Yeah, it all seems clean. So anyway, we're going to wander out and see if we can find somewhere to have a coffee and a snack. We've just been and had a coffee and a bite to eat and gone back to check the room, and we now have power. And the lady smiled and said hello. So in Jan's eyes, it's gone from a 1 to a 3.
Yeah, but we have been sitting looking at other places to go and stay in Probalingo tomorrow night. So,
well, yeah. But we'll see. It's gone up.
Ever so slightly. Yes, it has power.
So that's where Bromo is. The actual volcano's up that way, but you can see the mountains stretching around. And that's pretty much the view from our homestay.
Which is quite pretty if you take out the blankets and the washing.
Was that a positive?
Was that a positive? It is quite pretty. There's even a bench for sunset if you couldn't be bothered walking all the way up.
Well, we might end up there. First proper view of Bromo, Mount Bromo volcano. And you can see the rubbish coming out of it. And it's all quite hazy and misty because of that's what's known as the sea of sand at the bottom going across to it, which is basically a vast expanse of lava sand that you can either get a bike across, as 20 people have already tried to sell us already, or you can get one of the jeeps, or as we're probably going to do tomorrow, you can just walk across and up to the crater, which is our plan for tomorrow.
Fingers crossed for good weather.
Yeah, hopefully it's like this. But yeah, quite a bit of stuff coming out the top.
It's active.
Yeah.
23, was it
Last,
December 23?
What was the last eruption?
Yeah, but ash was still coming out in December 24.
Yeah.
So, through 24.
Through 24. So yeah, they reckon this one goes every 5 years, so we should be safe. If only it was that predictable.
And you can see why, and it looks it.
This is the Lava View Lodge is meant to be one of the better hotels here, but I guess the downside of us leaving things till kind of a few days before to book is every now and again stuff gets booked up, and here was very booked up, hence why we ended up in our lovely little homestay.
It wasn't that we were being cheap, were we?
No, but there are a couple of nice ones, so if you're booking it ahead, then that's the sort of place to book.
Careful, Nidia.
So there you go, they've got a good place to view it from. There you go. There's Mount Bromo, and then just to the right of it is Mount Batok, which apparently you can climb for sunrise, but mixed reviews. Some say it's an easy 1 hour climb, and other people are saying they gave up halfway.
I don't see how that's an easy 1 hour climb.
So it's that one there, the sort of one just to the right, the kind of cone shaped.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite eerie now because all the hills round to the side are just kind of poking out through the cloud, disappearing and then reappearing. Oh, the one over there that I was about to show you is just gone. So yeah, oh no, still just see bits of it. But yeah, it's quite kind of eerie with the smoke coming out of the volcano and then cloud and yeah. But yeah, I was going to say I don't think it's going to be it's not going to be a quiet walk tomorrow with all the jeeps and motorbikes.
Well, that's why we've got to have a late breakfast. And
yeah, so I think we'll start latest. We'll have a leisurely breakfast, start a bit later when all the people who've gone up for sunrise are out of our way. Hopefully hit the sweet spots that will go up as they're up there, and then get all their noise will be when we're up there. They'll be coming down hopefully. And we'll have to we're going to have to Google this because neither of our geography is up to it.
I don't even think you should say it because we're probably completely wrong.
Well, I'll say it, we can always delete it. We think this is the bit down there is the caldera, Jan thinks, and so she thinks we're walking on the, well, you said it, so she thinks we're walking along the rim of the caldera. And actually this bit up here, if you came past those hotels and up to the observation centre, looks like it'd be a lovely spot for sunset, because it's what, 3:30 now, so in a couple of hours time I imagine this will be perfect. So yeah, I don't know if we'll still be up here then, probably not.
Yeah, even if we just go down and get
We might go down, get a beer, come back up. Yeah, we'll see. Just because it's... After a good night's sleep, we're off on the road, 10 to 7.
Oh yeah, really good night's sleep. Wait, it's 1:30.
Wasn't as noisy as I thought with jeeps and bikes, but still a fair bit of noise.
You slept because you were snoring.
I slept what I thought, yeah. So we think we found the horse track where we can walk down and then walk up to the crater. So we're decided we're going to do that, get the walk done, then have something to eat because there was nowhere open for breakfast yet, we're too early, and then we'll head down to Promolingo, and spend tonight down there as a travel if you don't fancy walking. You can see how busy it does get. Zoom in on that. Just a few jeeps and people, there's all sorts going on. We've made it down to the Sea of Sand, as you can see, having been asked whether we want a motorbike 68 times. But yeah, you can see Bromo in the background there, so we've just got to go across the Sea of Sands and then climb up the crater. Having looked at the map, we think that's King Kong Hill, the one with the sort of houses and the little windy path up it, and that's where you go if you pay to go up for sunrise, and then obviously you get the sunrise over Bromo over here.
Which probably would have been really nice this morning.
It might have been a good sunrise, yeah, because it's fairly clear, but we can nick someone else's photo and put it on.
Yeah, we'll find one.
We'll find one. And give ourselves an extra lie in. Yeah. Well, it wasn't much of a lie. Could have been. Where the lava flowed down in the last eruption. Can't be that long ago because the vegetation's only just starting to get a grip again. No, not sure how long ago that was. Our walk in peace and quiet is coming to an end. We're about to join the main route, but quite nice coming across that way. No, it's quieter than when we started walking across the Sea of Sand. Yeah, 10 to 8 and it's starting to ease off. Bromo there's a temple, so we're just going to have a quick look. Various usual restrictions about coming in. Wind's got up a bit, you can certainly see the sand blowing now. Little devil over there. Whirlwinds of sand. That bit over there is bizarre, isn't it?
We'll need a shower when we get.
That was Bromo. Well worth a visit. First time I've seen a live volcano up close and making its noises and spewing out horrible smells. You'd be glad you couldn't smell it.
It was quite smelly.
Very smelly.
Bound to be fair.
But yeah, really good. Yeah, it's a bit sketchy in that half the safety rails are missing.
People sat on the edge of the volcano and took photos. It's like
one slip and you've had it.
If your mother could have seen them, because they were quite young, I wanted to say if your mother could see you, she'd be going nuts.
Especially given someone did fall in one of them recently and died.
Yeah.
You'd have thought, maybe they haven't heard, but yeah. Anyway,
Very widely known.
Apart from that, it was really nice.
And easy to walk down and walk across.
If you did want to get one of the bikes hassled us all the time, and one of them eventually said 150, so about £6-7 each way for each of us, so it cost you a fair bit if you actually did get the bikes.
And the horses.
And the horses, I don't know how much they cost, we didn't ask because we were never going to use those.
If you don't like horses, there are so many at the top.
There are, you do have to kind of make your way through a gauntlet of horses to get there, but yeah, it's not that bad. Only if you really hate horses.
Like me.
Like you, yeah. But no, really good. So, and it's only 9 o'clock, so I think back up top for some breakfast and then a bus to Probolinggo. If you're looking for somewhere nice to eat when you're in Bromo, this little restaurant we ate here last night, had a lovely meal, and then we've just had our breakfast here as well, and it's really nice, called Kusuma Kitchen. I'll do a little film of the outside as well so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, really nice. Jan's just finishing off her waffle. I bizarrely had a chicken burger for breakfast, but I just fancied it. Don't know why. Could have had a full English, but I went for that instead. And the caramel lattes are very good.
Exceptional.
Even Jan's drinking a latte. There you go, that's the Kusuma Kitchen from the outside, so you can see what it's like. Okay, this is our little homestay from the outside, which looks fine. Bit of rundown. Okay, so room's a bit of a shambles because we're just packing up, but this is our
terrible place to stay.
Homestay in Bromo. So yeah, it's pretty basic. And there's the bathroom with its, well, it did have a window, but it's bust, and it's pretty filthy all the way around.
Just show that you can turn the thing on.
Oh yeah, to get the water you have to do a switch there, and then it kind of comes out all over the place. It's a wet room. It does have a nice view. Our little friend up there. Hello. Good boy. When it comes to time to leave Bromo, if you want to get a ride to Probolinggo, this is the place. All these minibuses here go to Probolinggo, but generally they leave kind of from about 10 o'clock till about 12 o'clock. So that's the time most people want to go, having been up early. And we've just got one down here who's going to take us to Probolinggo for 75,000. So doesn't sound too bad. Okay, that was the reception, which gave us a good impression. Really professional, really friendly. And then we came over. This is the little row of rooms. And then when you come inside, got a little bit to sit out there. Just a tad nicer than where we were. Yeah, a little bit better. Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
Aircon, water in the room, nice little restaurant, and look at that, there's no dirt all up the walls in the bathroom. Oh dear, I reckon it'll be about 20 minutes till Jan's having a little nap on the bed.
I've got my own bed. That's really nice.
And she's glad we've got twin beds for once. Yeah.
We're tired.
Our recommendation is do as we say, not as we do. So go on, what would you recommend?
Stay here.
Yeah.
Take a day trip up to Bromo. Do the 3-hour-ish walk.
Yeah.
Do the waterfall.
On the way back.
On the way there or on the way back.
On the way back, probably. Yeah. Certainly, mate. We've just booked to do the waterfall trip from here tomorrow, which is about a 4-hour trip, and it's 400,000 each, but which is a little bit more than we normally would have paid. But obviously, we've come most of the way back. It would have made more sense to do it on the way back, which was our initial plan. But anyway, all plans.
We haven't been staying in the.
Well, yeah. Anyway, it's fine. It's all worked out. We're going to see everything we.
Than the other place.
Well, it is. Yeah, this is cheaper, and we get breakfast. But there you go. That's all right. Live and learn. Hopefully,
Shower.
Yeah.